Welcome to Lost and Hidden History. I'm your host, Ben Carter. In the annals of hidden history, there lies a tale so enigmatic it has both fascinated and terrified scholars for centuries. A story suppressed, buried beneath the sands of time, only to resurface in the minds of those who dare to seek the truth. This is the story of the Emerald Tablets, an unassuming name for a set of texts that have been whispered about in hushed tones. The Emerald Tablets are said to hold ancient wisdom, powerful enough to alter the course of civilization itself. They are believed to be the work of Thoth, the Egyptian god of wisdom, writing, and magic. In some traditions, Thoth was also known as Hermes Trismegistus, a figure who straddles the line between deity and mortal, a powerful alchemist and philosopher. The tablets, as our story goes, were discovered in the Great Pyramid of Giza, hidden in a secret chamber beneath the monument. The finder, purportedly an Arabian alchemist, was astounded by the texts he found inscribed on a set of emerald slabs. The language was unknown, but the alchemist, through some arcane knowledge, was able to decipher the text. What he found was nothing short of astounding. The Emerald Tablets were said to contain knowledge of the universe, secrets of creation and existence, and powerful alchemical formulas that could turn base metals into gold, grant immortality, and open gateways to other dimensions. However, the tablets' wisdom was not for the faint of heart. It was said that those who could not handle the knowledge would be driven to madness, their minds unable to grasp the profound truths held within the emerald slabs. For this reason, the tablets were feared, and their existence became a closely guarded secret, passed down through generations of alchemists and occultists. As time went on, the Emerald Tablets faded into obscurity, their existence questioned and doubted by many. But for those who believe, the tablets remain a tantalizing mystery, their wisdom locked away, waiting for the worthy to unlock their secrets. The question is, why has mainstream history erased this potent piece of our past? Is it because the tablets' knowledge is too dangerous for the common man? Or is there a more sinister reason behind their suppression? The answers to these questions, like the tablets themselves, remain shrouded in mystery. But one thing is certain: the Emerald Tablets continue to intrigue and terrify those who dare to delve into their secrets. And as we delve deeper into their story, we might just uncover why they are so feared. To fully appreciate the obscurity surrounding the Emerald Tablets, we must first step back in time to understand the historical, political, and cultural context that allowed this enigmatic artifact to be hidden or dismissed. In the era of their purported discovery, the world was in the throes of the Middle Ages, a period marked by the rise of religious orthodoxy and the suppression of anything that did not align with the dominant Christian narrative. Alchemy, the precursor to modern chemistry, and a discipline closely associated with the tablets, was viewed with suspicion and often branded as heresy. The Church, seeing a threat in the alchemical pursuit of turning base metals into gold, declared it an act against God's will. Alchemists were forced into the shadows, their work conducted in secret, their discoveries whispered in hushed tones. The tablets, with their cryptic inscriptions and profound wisdom, were a treasure trove for these shadowy practitioners. But they were also a liability. A text that promised such power and knowledge could not be allowed to fall into the wrong hands. The Church, ever watchful, would surely seek to destroy or suppress such a dangerous artifact. The alchemists, eager to protect their discovery, would have been forced to hide the tablets, passing on their secrets through coded language and concealed symbols. In the political realm, the Middle Eastern caliphates, which controlled much of the world's knowledge and learning, were equally wary of the power contained within the Emerald Tablets. The caliphates, like the Church in Europe, saw the tablets' knowledge as a threat to their authority. To maintain control, they too would have sought to suppress the tablets, ensuring that their secrets remained in the hands of a select few. Culturally, the Emerald Tablets were a product of an age that valued mysticism and esoteric knowledge. But as the world moved towards the Age of Enlightenment, reason and science began to overshadow mysticism. The tablets, with their arcane language and alchemical formulas, were gradually dismissed as mere mythology, a relic of a bygone era. In this climate of religious orthodoxy, political suppression, and cultural skepticism, the Emerald Tablets found themselves hidden away, their existence doubted, their wisdom ignored. Yet, despite centuries of obscurity, they continue to intrigue those who dare to seek their secrets, a testament to the enduring allure of forbidden knowledge. The fear they inspire is not just a product of their potent knowledge, but also a reflection of the world that sought to suppress them. During the late 19th century, a remarkable figure emerged who would throw fresh light on the Emerald Tablets. His name was Dr. William Wynne Westcott, a coroner, Freemason, and one of the founding figures of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, a secretive organization dedicated to the study of the occult, metaphysics, and paranormal activities. Westcott claimed to have come into possession of a document that was a translation of the Emerald Tablets. It was an Arabic manuscript titled Kitab Sir al-Khalika wa Sangat al-Tabiya, also known as the Book of the Secret of Creation and the Art of Nature. Westcott's source was supposedly a mysterious German scholar named S. L. MacGregor Mathers, a fellow co-founder of the Golden Dawn. However, the original manuscript that Mathers used for his translation has never been found, casting some doubt on its authenticity. The document was said to be a translation of a much older work, which was purportedly written by Hermes Trismegistus, a legendary Hellenistic figure who is often identified with the Egyptian god Thoth. The text contained teachings that seemed to straddle the line between science and mysticism, with topics ranging from astrology and cosmology to alchemy and theurgy. The translated document provided by Westcott contained a series of aphorisms or maxims, each one a distillation of some deep esoteric wisdom. For instance, one maxim reads, "What is below is like that which is above, and what is above is like that which is below," a phrase that has been interpreted as a reference to the principle of correspondence, a pillar of Hermetic philosophy that proposes a fundamental connection between the microcosm and the macrocosm, or between humans and the cosmos. Westcott's translation of the Emerald Tablets, if indeed it was a genuine artifact, challenged the prevailing narrative of the day. It suggested that there was a body of knowledge that was ancient, powerful, and fundamentally different from the materialistic science that was gaining ground in the modern age. Not only did it hint at the existence of arcane practices like alchemy, it also implied a radically different understanding of the cosmos and the human place within it. Yet, despite the sensational nature of Westcott's discovery, it was met with skepticism and even hostility. The academic community dismissed it as a forgery or an elaborate hoax, while religious authorities saw it as a dangerous deviation from orthodox beliefs. The Emerald Tablets, once again, found themselves on the margins, their wisdom viewed with suspicion and fear. Nevertheless, the translation persisted, circulating among a small but dedicated group of occultists, mystics, and seekers of hidden knowledge. It was a tantalizing glimpse into an ancient world that held secrets still waiting to be unlocked, a beacon of forbidden knowledge that continues to inspire curiosity and fear in equal measure. Now let's delve into the details of the Emerald Tablets to understand why they were, and continue to be, a cause for alarm for some. The content of the tablets, as translated by Westcott, portrays a vastly different image of history and reality than what is conventionally accepted. It presents a world where the spiritual and the physical are not separate realms but intertwined aspects of the same reality. Many of the maxims found in the Emerald Tablets speak to a knowledge and understanding of the universe that seems far beyond what should have been possible for an ancient civilization. There are hints of sophisticated understanding of the cosmos, the nature of matter, and the intricate relationship between consciousness and matter, which mirror some of the current theories in quantum physics. The existence of such advanced knowledge in ancient times stands in stark contrast to the linear progression model of scientific development currently espoused by mainstream academia. Further, the tablets also seem to speak of a higher form of human potential, one that transcends the limitations of the physical body. They discuss the ability to traverse different dimensions of reality and the potential for humans to evolve into godlike beings. This idea is not only at odds with most religious doctrines, which place God or gods in an unattainable realm, but it also challenges the reductionist view of consciousness prevalent in scientific circles. The Emerald Tablets also contradict the chronology of human civilization as we understand it. They claim to originate from a time before the Great Flood, a period that most archaeologists and historians regard as prehistoric. If true, this would mean that there was an advanced civilization that predated all known human history, a claim that threatens to overturn the established understanding of our past. And then there's the matter of the tablet's purported author, Hermes Trismegistus. If he were indeed a historical figure, it would suggest that there was a hitherto unknown link between Greek and Egyptian cultures. It would also imply the existence of a unified ancient wisdom tradition at the heart of many disparate cultures, a proposition that challenges the notion of separate and distinct cultural evolutions. In essence, the Emerald Tablets, if taken at face value, pose a direct threat to the established narratives of science, religion, and history. They suggest a world where science and spirituality are not at odds but part of the same continuum, where humans are not mere biological entities, but spiritual beings with untapped potential, and where history is not a linear progression but a cycle of rise and fall. And perhaps it is this potential to upend our understanding of ourselves and the world that makes the Emerald Tablets so feared. After all, they not only challenge our intellectual frameworks, but also compel us to confront the limitations of our knowledge, pushing us towards the edges of the unknown. Yet despite the fear and intrigue they inspire, the question of the Emerald Tablets' authenticity remains a contentious issue. There are no physical tablets to examine, no ancient artifacts to verify their existence. The text we have today, purported to be a translation of the original, first surfaced in the West in the early 20th century. It was credited to a man named Dr. Doreal, the founder of the Brotherhood of the White Temple, a spiritual organization based in Colorado. Doreal claimed he was given permission to translate and publish the tablets by the Great White Brotherhood, a group of supernatural entities that he said guided humanity's spiritual evolution. However, no definitive proof of Doreal's claims has ever been presented. No other scholar has reported seeing the original tablets, and no archaeological evidence of their existence has been found. This lack of physical evidence has led many to dismiss the Emerald Tablets as a modern creation, a work of fiction dressed up as ancient wisdom. On the other hand, proponents of the tablets' authenticity point to the depth and complexity of their content as evidence of their ancient origins. They argue that the philosophical and spiritual ideas contained in the tablets, while not in line with mainstream thought, reflect a sophisticated understanding of the universe, one that aligns with many ancient wisdom traditions. They also point to the figure of Hermes Trismegistus, the purported author of the tablets. While there is no historical record of a figure by that name, the Hermetic tradition, named after him, has a rich history and has had a profound influence on Western esoteric thought. Hermeticism, with its principles of correspondences, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender, has influenced alchemy, astrology, and even modern fields like psychology. Many of the ideas present in the Emerald Tablets, such as the nature of reality, the human potential for spiritual evolution, and the cyclical nature of history, are also found in Hermetic texts. This, proponents argue, lends credence to the notion that the Emerald Tablets are an authentic ancient text. Yet without physical evidence or scholarly consensus, the authenticity of the Emerald Tablets remains a matter of faith. For believers, the tablets offer profound wisdom and a glimpse into a lost age of human history. For skeptics, they are a fascinating piece of modern mythology, a testament to the enduring power of the human imagination and our search for meaning in a complex universe. Whatever one's stance, the Emerald Tablets continue to captivate, their cryptic verses inspiring endless debate and interpretation. Amidst the fear and fascination they inspire, one thing is clear: the Emerald Tablets, real or not, have left an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. Throughout history, the suppression of certain knowledge has often been but a tool held by those in power. The Emerald Tablets, it appears, may have been a victim of this very form of censorship, with their existence and teachings purposely cloaked in mystery and confusion. Various methods have been employed to bury the emerald tablets from public consciousness. Ridicule is one such tool often used, playing on the human fear of being considered foolish or naive. Mainstream scholars and academics who have dared to delve into the realm of the emerald tablets have often had their reputations tarnished, their credibility questioned, and their academic standing jeopardized. It's an effective tactic, as it discourages others from venturing into similar territories, for fear of a similar fate. Censorship, too, has been used as a mechanism of suppression. Many claim the physical evidence of the emerald tablets has been disappeared, hidden away in secret archives or destroyed to prevent widespread knowledge of their content. This method isn't unfamiliar to us. We've seen countless instances of powerful entities burying evidence to maintain a certain narrative or control over the masses. One of the most potent forms of suppression, however, is academic dismissal. By framing the emerald tablets as a modern creation or a work of fiction, their profound teachings are reduced to mere myth or fantasy. This systematic undermining of their legitimacy is often enough to dissuade the curious from delving deeper into their mysteries. But who benefits from keeping the emerald tablets hidden? The answer to that is complex and multifaceted, but one aspect stands out glaringly: those who wield power. Be it religious, political, or academic institutions, the suppression of the emerald tablets serves to maintain the status quo, preserving existing structures of power. The emerald tablets, with their teachings of spiritual evolution, cyclical history, and the inherent power of the human mind, propose a worldview that could potentially challenge established norms. By discrediting and suppressing the emerald tablets, these powerful entities ensure that their authority remains unchallenged. In a world increasingly seeking answers, the allure of the emerald tablets only grows stronger. Their cryptic messages and the ongoing debate surrounding their authenticity continue to captivate the minds of many. Despite the concerted efforts to suppress them, the emerald tablets persist, their profound wisdom seeping through the cracks in the walls of censorship and ridicule. Exploring the spiritual, philosophical, or occult dimensions of the emerald tablets, we find a wealth of knowledge that could radically alter humanity's understanding of itself and its origins. The tablets suggest that humanity has an untapped potential for spiritual evolution, with the ability to transcend the physical realm and achieve higher states of consciousness. They hint at the existence of ancient, advanced civilizations that have long since disappeared, yet left behind wisdom that we are only now beginning to decipher. Furthermore, the emerald tablets introduce the concept of cyclical history, suggesting that civilizations rise and fall in a continuous circle rather than a linear progression. This concept challenges the mainstream understanding of history as a one-way march of progress. It posits that our society, no matter how advanced it may seem, is just one cycle of many, and not necessarily at the apex of human achievement. From a philosophical perspective, the emerald tablets propose a radical shift in how we perceive reality. They argue that the material world is not the ultimate reality, but merely a reflection of a higher spiritual realm. This idea echoes many Eastern philosophies, as well as the teachings of modern quantum physics, which suggest that our reality is not as solid or fixed as it appears. From an occult perspective, the emerald tablets offer a blueprint for personal transformation. They describe techniques for harnessing the power of the mind, transmuting base desires into higher spiritual pursuits, and achieving a state of enlightenment or self-realization. This focus on individual evolution and empowerment stands in stark contrast to many religious doctrines that promote submission to a higher power or external authority. The implications of these teachings are profound. They suggest a potential for human evolution that goes beyond physical adaptation, pointing towards a spiritual awakening that could transform our societies, our technologies, and our relationship with the planet. They propose a worldview that values wisdom over power, cooperation over competition, and spiritual growth over material gain. If widely accepted, these ideas could disrupt established power structures and challenge the dominance of materialistic values in our society. They could ignite a spiritual renaissance, leading to a more harmonious and enlightened world. Is it any wonder, then, that the Emerald Tablets are feared by those who benefit from the status quo? The revelations they contain have the potential to usher in a new era of human consciousness, a prospect as exciting as it is unsettling. But while the Emerald Tablets offer tantalizing glimpses of our potential future, they also serve as a stark reminder of our past. They suggest that we are not the first civilization to grapple with these existential questions, nor will we be the last. And in this cycle of rise and fall, the Emerald Tablets stand as a beacon of ancient wisdom, a testament to our enduring quest for understanding and enlightenment. The undercurrents of the Emerald Tablets' influence ripple through modern pop culture, conspiracy circles, and underground movements. Their whispers of hidden history and promised wisdom are the stuff of both fascination and fear. A striking example is the world of comic books and graphic novels, where the tablets are often invoked as sources of ultimate power and knowledge. Marvel Comics, for instance, features the Emerald Tablets in its Doctor Strange series, where they are portrayed as ancient artifacts of immense power. Beyond the fictional universe, the Emerald Tablets have found resonance in the realm of music, particularly in genres that explore esoteric themes. The progressive metal band Tool alludes to the Emerald Tablets in their lyrics, creating a sonic landscape that reflects the mystical and transformative themes of these ancient texts. Hip-hop artists like Afu Ra and Killa Priest also incorporate references to the Emerald Tablets, echoing their messages of self-realization and spiritual evolution. In the shadowy corners of the Internet, the Emerald Tablets are a hot topic for conspiracy theorists and seekers of forbidden knowledge. Online forums hum with discussion and speculation about their origins, meanings, and implications. Some believe they contain the secrets to alchemy, or reveal the true history of ancient civilizations. Others see them as coded messages from extraterrestrial beings, or keys to unlocking hidden dimensions of consciousness. While these interpretations vary widely, they share a common thread: a hunger for hidden knowledge and a defiance of accepted norms. In the realm of underground movements, the Emerald Tablets have become symbols of spiritual awakening and resistance against mainstream materialism. They are studied in secret societies, mystical orders, and alternative spiritual groups, often alongside other esoteric texts. These communities see the Emerald Tablets not just as ancient artifacts, but as living documents that speak to our present condition and future possibilities. The Emerald Tablets' influence is also felt in the burgeoning field of alternative health and wellness. Their teachings about the transformation of the self are reflected in practices like yoga, meditation, and holistic healing, which emphasize the interconnectedness of mind, body, and spirit. These practices, once marginalized, are now gaining mainstream acceptance, suggesting a growing recognition of the wisdom contained in the Emerald Tablets. Whether in comic books or conspiracy theories, music or meditation, the Emerald Tablets continue to inspire and intrigue, to challenge and provoke. Their messages of self-transformation and spiritual evolution are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. And as we grapple with the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century, their timeless wisdom may hold the keys to our collective future. Let's delve deeper into the more radical interpretations of the Emerald Tablets. Some proponents of the ancient astronaut theory, a concept that suggests extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in the distant past and influenced human civilization, believe the Emerald Tablets offer proof of their claims. They argue that the god Thoth, who allegedly authored the tablets, was an alien being. His advanced knowledge, evident in his teachings about astronomy, architecture, and alchemy, they suggest, was beyond the scope of human understanding at that time. In these circles, the Emerald Tablets are believed to contain coded messages that provide directions to hidden extraterrestrial technology or even a map to the homeworld of these ancient alien visitors. Some go further, proposing that understanding these codes could unlock the secrets of faster-than-light travel, or the ability to harness zero-point energy. Another radical interpretation comes from proponents of the theory of lost civilizations. They argue that the Emerald Tablets are remnants of an advanced ancient society, such as Atlantis or Lemuria, that was wiped out by a global catastrophe. The tablets, they claim, were designed to preserve the knowledge and wisdom of these ancient societies for future generations. Others speculate on the existence of secret bloodlines, believing that the Emerald Tablets allude to a hidden lineage of humans who possess superior physical and mental abilities. These individuals, they suggest, are the direct descendants of the extraterrestrials who authored the tablets. Some even assert that certain powerful families or elites have kept this knowledge secret to maintain their positions of power. While these interpretations might seem far-fetched to some, they underscore the allure of the Emerald Tablets. Each theory, in its own way, seeks to challenge mainstream historical narratives and scientific understanding, reflecting a deep-seated desire to make sense of our place in the universe. The Emerald Tablets, with their cryptic language and profound wisdom, remain a fertile ground for speculation and debate. Whether they hold the key to understanding ancient aliens, lost civilizations, secret bloodlines, or simply the nature of our own existence, their mystique endures. As we approach the end of our journey, remember that the Emerald Tablets, like all esoteric texts, are mirrors that reflect our deepest fears, hopes, and curiosities. What we see in them tells us more about ourselves than about the ancient world they purportedly come from. In the end, the Emerald Tablets serve as a reminder that the search for knowledge is a never-ending quest, one that can lead us down paths both strange and wonderful. But the question lingers. What if there's more to the Emerald Tablets than we currently know? What if there exist hidden sections, lost translations, or even entire tablets that are yet to be discovered? And if so, where are they? Buried deep beneath the sands of some forgotten desert? Sunk in the depths of an uncharted ocean? Or perhaps concealed in plain sight, tucked away in the private collections of the world's most powerful and secretive individuals or organizations? Moreover, who might still be hiding these missing pieces and why? Could it be that certain societal elites or clandestine organizations have discreetly hoarded this knowledge, using it to exert control or maintain a status of superiority? Or might the keepers of this information simply be scholars, fearful of the implications of such knowledge, anxious that society may not be ready for the truths it could reveal? And then, there's the most captivating question of all. What could happen if these missing pieces were ever brought to light? If the complete knowledge of the Emerald Tablets were to be fully unveiled, could it hold the potential to revolutionize our understanding of the world, or even the universe as we know it? Could it reshape our views on history, science, and spirituality? Could it unmask the origins of humankind and reveal our true purpose and potential? Or on a grander scale, could the full message of the Emerald Tablets bring about a new era of enlightenment? Or conversely, could it herald a period of chaos and upheaval? Could the answers etched in this ancient artifact disrupt the delicate balance of power in the world, challenging the foundations of our societies and the beliefs that bind us together? This we may never know. The Emerald Tablets remain shrouded in a veil of mystery, a tantalizing enigma that continues to captivate the minds of seekers, scholars, and skeptics alike. As we conclude our exploration, we are left with more questions than answers, a testament to the enduring allure of the Emerald Tablets. So, as we continue to ponder the mysteries of the Emerald Tablets, let us remember that the quest for forbidden knowledge is a journey without end. It is a voyage not just into the realm of the unknown, but also into the depths of our own curiosity and imagination. And perhaps that is the true essence of the Emerald Tablets, an eternal invitation to question, to seek, and to wonder. As we delve deeper into its mysteries, we may uncover not just secrets about our past, but also revelations about ourselves. Thanks for listening. This has been Lost in Hidden History. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to the Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.